just state your name. And
Tom Bob.
Jeff Hull.
Jim Cryer.
Dee Croyer. And I'm Jenny Duvall. And our chairperson, Robert, is missing. Do we have a vice chair? Tom? Tom!
Well, let's pick him. Okay. Is there any discussion on the proposed amendment?
I think we've done that.
We just did that.
We had discussion at the other meeting and nobody had any objections to what the county recommended, and we voted that we accept the county recommendations unless we have any public input.
Public, is there any input?
Well, okay, I'm still reading it to be 60 feet in the front for any lot that is 20.001 acres or greater in the lot area. The minimum lot width shall be 60 feet along the public road and a minimum of 250 at the rearmost line of the frontage lot. Right?
Right.
So we start here, we end here. Okay. And then said lot width shall be maintained throughout each lot from the rearmost lot line of the frontage lot to the rear line of the 20.01001 acres or greater. No lot within the agricultural district shall be less than 5 acres, correct? So I'm still reading it to be, as long as you hit that 250, is what I'm reading it.
Yeah, but if you have 20 acres, over 20 acres, it shouldn't be a problem.
Right, absolutely not. No way. So you don't have that.
Right.
But the way it reads, you do have to have 250 all the way through it.
Yeah, you have to maintain that 250 feet all the way
Well,
through.
but in that highlighted area,
That's the new stuff, the highlighted area.
yeah.
The other stuff is
You
what
first got to get from your 60 to the 250. So
And-
is
and-
it saying as soon as you get to 60, wherever you're going to start?
Here, come here and look at this real quick, and it'll help you, I think.
Yeah, but it doesn't tell you how long this has to be.
Well, it has to be to the 5 acres, and then once you get to the back of these 5 acres, then it comes straight over.
But what if
250.
Joe Blow here has 10 acres? Then you still go
you
further
still have
than
to go
that.
back. You still have to get back there, but you still have to maintain that 258 or 250
Once it gets
feet.
up. But once you get to it, so, okay, what you're saying is if I have a lot that comes up and then starts to veer out, I can't build on it because it's
Yeah.
veering.
Doesn't-
It's not a straight cut.
Doesn't matter. If that lot goes this way and you can maintain 250 feet,
Even though there's a small section here.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's just if anything's in the front of it, it has to be 5 acres and it has to have 250 feet.
Right.
If there's nothing in front of it or whatever,
Yeah, if you have a 20, if these weren't in here, it wouldn't matter.
Right.
then it only needs 250 feet.
I mean, if it was shaped this way, it wouldn't matter.
Well, no, if those weren't in there, all you need is 60.
Yeah, all you need is your 60 foot, and it doesn't
So,
matter.
because if it was shaped this way, you'd have your 250 and your 60.
Yep.
So you're maintaining.
Yep.
Is that what it is? Okay.
The
Okay,
250
that's
they're
where,
talking about is the back of frontage lots. You
Yeah.
may
Right.
not have a frontage lot.
It's this lot here has to be 250, 250, 250. Or if there's just one lot sold out here, this has to be 250 feet.
but we're talking about this, not the 5 acres.
Well,
So if I had a 5 acre lot though,
you're gonna have 250 anyway.
that the
'cause you
250 started at the front and my 250 didn't maintain all the way back.
Yeah,
It
you
has
can't
to.
do
Has
that.
to.
You can't parcel this out. You can't.
Before this change came in.
Now, then it's grandfathered.
Right, but see where I'm going with this though. I got 250 feet and then my stuff comes in.
You don't have 5 acres, probably.
You don't have 5 acres.
If I did,
you-
I've got 70 acres, so my 5 acres could come to a point.
As long as
If it was zoned before this goes into effect.
Because
the
you gotta
chain.
have 250
Yes.
feet at the back, too.
See, after this comes into effect, then this is the new law. Before that, whatever it was before was
Okay.
before. This is why we're doing this, I think, is to get, so we have clarification.
Okay.
So you can't have a pie shaped 5 acres.
Okay. Okay, that's where I was just a little.
If you did it before and you have it zoned, there's nothing we can do about that.
Right.
But from now on, this is the new.
So, but it states on here it has to be continuous. Yeah, 250 throughout.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So their lots are gonna be square. The 5 acres will be square from now on, basically.
Yeah,
Sort of.
well, sort of, as long as they're 250 feet wide. they
Yeah,
can-
after
Right.
that,
I mean, they could be 250 feet wide and 700 feet long,
Right. Okay.
whatever 5 acres is. I don't know. I've never measured it.
I guess one question, I'll just throw this out here, but if this was a pie-shaped lot and you don't have, like say this lot is shaped like this, it comes to a point, and there was another farm over here. You don't have 250 feet throughout the lot, or can you measure that in a different direction?
The 250 feet is only through
Well,
the
it says,
5 acres.
And that's
But it
for the
does say-
front also.
but it does say said lot width shall be maintained throughout the lot from the rearmost line of the frontage lot to the rear lot line of the 20.001
Well,
acre.
I
So
guess how.
somewhere you have to have 250 go straight.
So I would say here's 250 feet, here's 250 feet, here's 250 feet.
If that's the way you can look at it, that makes sense.
That's and you're
not-
still
you're not
maintaining.
maintaining 250 all the way through. and
Well, but
straight
you're
line.
maintaining them this way. You're still maintaining
Right,
to them.
right.
So you have to look at the lot
Right. That's
instead
like-
of it looking at it
how
this
you
way.
read it.
Now you're looking at it this way. I would say
Right.
that's how I would do it. I don't know
Right. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
because if you got 20 acres, I sure as heck hope you could build a house on it.
Right.
And
And
that's-
250 feet,
It's
it's a
not that
lot
long.
for somebody that wants a 2 acre or whatever, you know, but not for 20 or more.
No, if this is actually 20 acres, I mean you could get rid of that pie and you have 250
Right.
feet.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm with you. I
Yeah, I'm
kinda see
with
what she's
you.
talking about. If it's a different shape, you
see,
may
they're
not be
talking
able to
about,
maintain 250 all the way to the rear of it.
they're talking about the 250 at the frontage lot, so some people won't have a frontage lot.
Yeah, they.
Right.
If it was,
Right.
you couldn't sell off this 5 acres.
There may be 2 acre lots in there, but that's all grandfathered.
Right.
But whoever wants to do the 60 foot has to maintain the 250 from that point. Even if there's, you know, 2 1 acre lots or whatever there.
Well, there might be a 2 acre lot that doesn't have 250 feet across the
Right,
back of it, but it's
right.
grandfathered.
But it's already grandfathered in, there's nothing you can say.
But the new lot has to make sure it's got the 250.
Yes,
Okay.
from here on, from whatever date this passes, then that's, I'm not sure where we go from here, because I don't think it's passed yet.
No,
But this, no matter how you look at it, this is better than having 70 acres and you have to have 250 feet of road frontage. And the way a lot of acreage is set up, you can only get, you know, 1 house on it, the way it's set up. Because, I mean, even my property, we have a creek that runs through and all this tree line, you know, so the 60 feet benefits on whoever takes our property after we grow it. So,
So now we just tell the trustees that
yeah, I did a little paper, I just copied and pasted what I gave everybody, and then I have a little thing where you can vote to approve it or not at the bottom, us, and then we'll send it to the trustees, and this is just saying, you know, we're recommending this, and I'll give this to the trustees, and they'll have another public hearing, and then they'll vote after the public hearing whether to adopt it or they can adopt, deny, or modify. They have 3 options.
Well, they changed that rule about, let's see, how was that? That they could, there's one thing that they could either change it or reject it, or no. How was it? They could either change it or accept it, but they wasn't allowed to reject it. It had something.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
And then I think they changed it where they said that they could do that. It had to be unanimous if they wanted to reject it.
reject it, yeah. It has to be completely.
But if 2 out of 3 wanted to reject it, they couldn't. They could
Right.
change it, or they could accept it, but they couldn't reject it.
Right.
And then they changed it and said, no, if it's 2 out of 3, you can reject it, I think.
Yeah, it's still unanimous for a rejection.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Well, then what, they didn't change it?
No, not that part. For a rejection, so basically you can change it, accept it, you can reject it, but it has to be unanimous.
That's the way it was before, I thought they
Yes.
changed it.
I haven't gotten anything on that at all. Have you, Jenny?
No.
Nothing. So that has not been changed yet.
I know there was a controversy here, they said, well, if 2 out of 3 don't want it, why can't they reject it? And I said, well, that's the way the statute is.
Right. But it has to be unanimous to reject it.
Were we supposed to initial that?
You can if you want,
Sure,
or
but
sign beside it,
Do you
maybe.
think it's gonna, if we don't initial it,
Why don't we go ahead and either sign it or initial it?
thinking our picky?
Make it
Here's
super
the other
official.
sucky part. If one says, yes, I want it, and 2 say no, the yes gets it. Because it has to be unanimous
To reject it.
to reject it. I think that's still under controversy over that.
Well, Vice Chair, do we have anything else?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
I second that.
Everybody seconds.
Remember, that's how the 5 acre rule